Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Spiritual Insight Show. I'm Reverend Tiffany White, Sage Woman. I apologize for the delay and getting online here. I was having a little computer difficulties. It's like the webcam didn't want to turn on, so it was, having to smack it around a little bit. No, just teasing. So we don't do that to electronics, right? We don't beat them and smack them and that would make them not work. Anyway, thank you everyone who is tuning in live today, and thank you those viewers who are even watching this on a replay. Thank you just so much for tuning in, no matter what method you are watching this. And if you are watching this live via whether it's TPN TV from the True Psychics Network website, if you would like to chat, click on, there's a link there to go to the Ustream TPN channel, and there is where you're able to chat. You're going to see on the right hand side options of videos, social stream, or chat. If you click on the chat, then you are able to get into that and chat with other viewers who are watching the show live. So again, that chat option is only for those who watch the show live. Regardless, just have fun with the show and hope that you get something spiritual for mind, body, and soul. Hope that it helps with the inner balance, restoring the inner balance. So just take a breath for a moment, a deep breath, and just relax. And I just want to let you know, if you hear any type of noises in the background, construction type, we have two neighbors behind us that are having some remodeling and construction done, so you may hear some slight sounds of power tools or anything else going on. All right. So anyway, just settling down with the energies. Everyone's noticing the energies maybe seem a little kind of strange lately. And you're going from one spectrum to the next, whether it's restlessness, and then it's you just can't get enough sleep. So it's okay. We are going through some very high energetic, high vibrational times. So just be gentle with yourself and be kind and be gentle. All right? And don't try to push when you need to rest, and don't overdo the resting when you do need to get up and move. You will know, listen to your body, okay? So everything will be fine. All right. Now, what I like to do is open up with the number of the day, the numerology of the day, with each show. And for those of you who are familiar with the show, you kind of caught on now to maybe how this all works, right? And the numerology, it's numbers from 1 to 9. You're going to take any number down and you add it and keep adding it until you get a final number, and then you add that again. But you want to the results should be a single digit number between 1 and 9. Okay, so I apologize for just one moment. Let me put something here. Spiritual Insight Show is live now. Let me just there we go. Make sure that everyone knows that we are here, in case we had some early birds to the show and thought, uh-oh, the show's not going to be on, and then left. So come on back, we're here. So okay, woo. Anyway, so the numerology, back to that. So if we take today's complete date, and we want to take the complete date for the true vibration of the day, August, of course, is the 8th month, is a number 8 month. And then today's date is 19. So if we add 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. And then this year, 2014, is a number 7 year. So 8 plus 1 plus 7 equals 16. And then 1 plus 6 is 7. So today's number, or vibrational number, is 7. It is a day for meditation and getting in touch with your inner self. So stop and think about that for a moment. This is a number 7 vibrational year, 2014. So this whole year supports this energy. All right. Today is about your own spiritual realizations, wisdom, and hope. You find comfort in being alone today. You actually do find that. Even if you're one who think that you don't like to be alone, you actually will enjoy the energies of today. All right, of just that alone time, that stillness time. It is a good time to reflect over your most recent activities in order to observe, not judge the merits of your actions and see what you might need to challenge. But do not engage in self-criticism. That's very important. All right, in this whole process of spiritually developing and evolving, all right, when we discover our inner truths, what's the first thing that happens? We go into self-criticism. And then some people stop, shut down, and back away from their spiritual growth and development. Put it on pause, so to speak. Some stop it, some pause. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're going to have to get through it sooner or later. So instead of delaying the inevitable, let's just get through it, right? Today is not a good day to start new projects or activities because that's doing. This is a beautiful day for being instead. Also, try your best to avoid conflicts today. You may have a low tolerance for those in the lower vibrations and dimensions. Remind yourself that they are very much a part of not only humanity's spiritual progress, but yours as well. All right, I'm going to repeat that last one just in case you did not hear it because my dogs were validating. No, actually, the dog's probably barking at what's going on back there, so I apologize. Just heard a worker scream or yell to somebody else loudly talking. Nothing's wrong. No one got hurt. At least I hope not. Knock on wood. Anyway, so remind yourself. I'm going to repeat this last little phrase here. Avoid conflicts today. You may have a low tolerance for those on lower vibrations and dimensions. Remind yourself that they being the ones who maybe are challenging you, are very much a part of not only humanity's spiritual progress, but yours as well. All right, now speaking of numerology, if you will go to TruePsychicsNetwork.com, the website, and click on the magazine, that's the online magazine, and we put posts daily, interesting articles that we share, spiritual, metaphysical articles, even anything that supports holistic health, anything in the holistic profession. So check out that. There's interesting articles there. We also post about upcoming shows, radio and TV. And you will also find daily horoscopes by Jane Alton. And she is the UK's #1 numerologist. And I really enjoy reading her daily numerology. Now also, while you're still on that True Psychics Network TPN website, go on over to the horoscopes tab and click on that. Every week, every Monday evening, the horoscopes for the week are changed. We have a new member, or a member I should say, who will write the new horoscopes for the week. This week, it is channeled by True Psychics Network member Reverend Pamela Cummings. So please check out these wonderful horoscopes, and also check out her True Psychics Network show on Wednesdays, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Time, I should say. Her show is called The Love Channel, and it is a radio show only. Again, you can check out all of the schedules for TV and radio on the True Psychics Network website. And I just want to talk a little bit more about True Psychics Network. Yes, I am the COO, the TV and radio, the show producer, the magazine editor. Cindy and Graffia, the owner, and myself, we do a lot of work. A lot of promoting and marketing on a daily basis for the members for advertisers and even those that are enrolled in the banner exchange program. So check out the advertising opportunities. Very, very affordable. Look at everything you get for $15 a month, or $12.50 if you opt for that option of yearly. $12.50 a month. Click on advertising on 2 Seconds Network and check it out. And it includes a radio commercial or a TV commercial. Just so much for that inexpensive and very affordable fee every month. And we have checked out ourselves, done our own research and homework on how much it costs for a commercial. Unbelievable. It's way more than what is charged for advertising, monthly fees. All right. And banner exchange is for those who just want to maybe put a True Seconds Network banner on your website, and we will put your banner or logo onto the True Seconds Network website on the front page under advertisers. And that's all it is, just an exchange. And of course the banners are linked back to the websites. So that's for free, people. That's free. That's sharing. That's what that sharing program. And of course membership. Membership is now open, so apply today. All holistic professionals, spiritual, metaphysical, holistic professionals, you can apply at this time. So, and again, check out if you are interested in being a member. If you are, like I said, already into whether you're a healer, a psychic medium, you're into the health, a holistic health practitioner, just check out the member section, see if that applies for you. Again, those rates are very affordable because you get your own show. You get a choice of whether you want to have your own radio show or TV show. Very, very affordable considering other networks and what they charge. All right, so enough of True Seconds Network. Now, my personal website is whitesagewoman.com. White Sage, S-A-G-E, woman.com. For those of you who are maybe wondering, well, what's your website? So now you know. All right, the crystal message of the week. Beautiful, beautiful. Like to do a little crystal message every week. And this week it is emerald. Very beautiful emerald. There are so many different qualities and characteristics, or I should say physical attributes to emerald. But today we're going to look at the spiritual aspect of it. And emerald brings calmness by assisting in the removal of hidden fears. That's huge. Huge. Emerald. All right. And notice how it's one of the softest gemstones. Emerald. So makes it so expensive, right? Because it's very soft. And it's kind of how we feel sometimes, right? We feel so soft and so sensitive. And it helps, assists in removal of hidden fears. It's very interesting. It's tough enough to assist with removing those fears, even though it's soft. All right. So also, this week is the power animal message of the week. And I like this. I think it's very, very cute. Most people, when you think of your power animals or your spirit animals, you think of most people like, oh, a wolf or a bear, but how you have to remember there's so many more animals, including the insect realm, and these animals are our power animals, and they have powerful messages for us. When you connect with nature, you're connecting with every aspect of nature. Okay, so the power animal message for the week is slug. Slug. So, the slug represents the importance of mobility, understanding the value of leaving a trail, using slow movement as an advantage, understanding the value of humor, and the ability to find value in any environment. Very, very beautiful messages and reminders for us all and our daily life, right? So very, very interesting. All right, so let me take a sip of water here. And excuse me. See, we are getting some more viewers in, and thank you and welcome everyone to the show. You're just in time for the topic. It's getting ready to go over the topic for the day, for this week. All right. And the topic is ownership and utilization of your divine power. This is the messages that came through this morning. Sometimes I don't know what I'm going to talk about until like the morning of, and I'll sit down and I can write an outline. It's not very, very detailed, I have to tell you, because I always leave it open for messages just to come through. All right, from the guides, from those for our highest and greatest. All right, and so of course we have our normal guides, and I actually do have a guide that has not had a physical life on this earth plane at all. His name is Andrew. I'm not going to go through and name all my guide circle for you, because really the names are not that important, because that's not really Andrew's real name, because it's a sound, it's a vibration. So know that we all have a sound, a vibrational tone in the song of life. All right. So many of you are aware that the shift is occurring and has brought this earth plane to the fifth dimension. We know this. We're aware of this. The whole 2012 and surviving beyond that, right? So, congratulations, we have. Earth is already the fifth dimension and climbing into higher ones as well as we speak. I have mentioned before that many of us are already in higher dimensions. So those, when we were on the earth third dimension, there were some that was in higher dimensions at that time. So now that the earth plane has moved into fifth dimension, many of us have still moved up again. All right. So there's always those of us who are in these higher dimensions. Oh, somebody must have turned the ringer back on the phone. Well, the show has everything, doesn't it? Dogs barking, phone ringing, construction noises. Oh, humor. Finding humor with it all, right? Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Anyway, so we do have beings on all different types of dimensions. Now, being in the now. As we move towards the ninth dimension, and many of us absolutely are on our way, the dimension of multiple parallel realities. That's the ninth dimension. It's the dimension of multiple parallel realities. All is simultaneous. Everything's happening at the same time, simultaneously. All right? Nowness, being in the now, expands to a state of being that is so infinitely huge that it includes all realms of reality. All. Right? What's going on right now? The violent schizophrenia of humanity. Isn't that how we would call what's going on now in today's news? You turn it on and listen to it. The violent schizophrenia of humanity is playing itself out in a way that will ultimately lead to global and universal healing. This is very important. We have to look beyond. We have to, yes, the now of what's going on in the world with this war. All right? But this is not a true reflection of who we are divinely. And it's going to lead us to ultimate, global, and universal healing. There are healings so deep that they cannot be seen with physical eyes, but only felt through the heart, the Sacred Heart Center. All healing outside yourself must first be addressed inside yourself, within. I know you've all have heard this phrase by now: as above, so below; as below, so above; as within, so without; as without, so within. All right? And it's kind of interesting how, watch our dialogue, watch how we talk, and we say, I am without something. Well, if you're without something, you're out here. You need to go within and figure out what's missing. All right? So all of this reflects balance and oneness. What is going on internally is what attracts externally. What's going on inside of you is what you're going to attract outside of you. Right? So we always want to be constantly aware of what is going on within us. We have to know thyself. We have to know who we are, learn who we are. And the thing is that we have to be truthful, because this whole process can be painful when we realize the truth. The truth is recognizing our own flaws and weaknesses. And it's really not as big and bad as we think it is when we address it and go, oh, okay, everyone is going through this. It's no big deal. Again, don't self-criticize. Don't beat yourself up. It's all part of the learning process. We saw what needs fixing, and we'll take care of it. We'll fix it. It's a never-ending process. Nothing is just completely done. And let's even take that outside of us. Some people may realize as they're going through deep inner work, and that, how does that affect what's outside of you? All right. So maybe what's going to happen then is you are doing some major inner work. You're going to be doing some major outer work. And that can be to home repairs, car repairs, any kind of other repairs. Because it's all a work in progress. And interestingly enough is that when you're very highly emotional and something happens, it's okay. It all kind of validates each other. It really does. I talked about in the beginning of the show how the energies seem a little crazy now, where you go from one extreme to the next, and just, I had an emotional couple of days, and then guess what, last week when the rain came, we had some leaks in the ceiling in the kitchen. So now we have to redo that whole process. The ceiling, we have a drop ceiling, because the drop ceiling was put in, I think that was the style, like in the 50s or 60s. And but we have to have this drop ceiling because this is a 1909 home, and remember, plumbing was an afterthought with this home. So all the pipes and everything is not concealed behind the walls because it's an old home. So the drop ceiling really concealed all these pipes. So we had to take down the drop ceiling, and then we saw that the plaster ceiling needs some repairs too. So it's going to take a little bit of time to get this done, but it's beautiful how we get these physical validations, and again, hey, this is what's happening outside is reflecting how you're feeling on the inside. We got some plumbing, we got some electrical, we got some work to take care of on the inside, right? Absolutely. Okay, so it all helps, and it all, like I said, reflects. It's all good. And so, and it's not all bad either, So, that final, when you get a project done, you go, that feels good. That's great. And you feel that calmness and peaceness within you as well. Okay? So it's not always, oh my goodness. But it is always a work in progress, just like our homes are, just like children, just ourselves, we all are a work in progress. Not just, like I said, it's beings, all beings are absolutely, see, in nature, a work in progress. It doesn't just give us a weather and stay, it's always changing, right? So everything is shifting and evolving. All right, there is a beautiful blog post that I had read, and I would actually like to share with you. It's kind of what I was just talking about and discussing. This is another way of saying it, and you're going to find that listen to the messages that are being delivered now. And the language or the words may be different, but the meaning is the same. And always remember this, there isn't one correct way. 5 plus 4 is 9, but so is 6 plus 3, 8 plus 1. There's so many different paths to that end result, and we must be respectful. And they don't have to mimic your path, and you don't have to mimic anyone else's path. All right, we have to embrace our own individualness and uniqueness. Individuality. I make up words sometimes. No, I'm kidding. No. I just repeat what I'm hearing from the guides, and sometimes they get a little tongue twisted. Especially if two of them are talking at the same time. Anyway, that's cute. So on with this blog post I'm going to read to you. What is this? This is from Jonette Crowley. I love Jonette Crowley. Her blog post, and this is a channel from her guide. She also has an alien, let's just say alien, someone who hasn't had a life on this earth plane, and know that that's a choice. Free will. We all have a choice where we want to come back, where we want to live, how we want to be. All right. So I love it because the title is The Conflicts Now in the Middle East, and it's a spiritual view on the conflicts in the Middle East. Okay. The reason the energy of conflict and fighting is so strong in the Middle East is because the energy of the treasures there, the energy of the goodness and the power there is so strong. These spiritual groups are guided to see their way through these traditional amenities and find a source of goodness, light, love, universal guidance, treasure, and wisdom that have been covered over by the overlay of war. I'm talking about the light workers that physically go there, feel like they have to be there, and the light workers who can do their work in the astral. All of us can contribute to this work. All right, this work for the light. So, and didn't you like that? It's covered up by the overlay of war continuously. The warring tribalism is based on both futile and futile belief of lack. The belief of lack has been programmed into the human DNA as a way of manipulation. Below that programming is overwhelming abundance. The seeds of that program can be consciously excavated below the temples in Jerusalem. Consciously excavated. All right? Not in terms of physically going in there and moving dirt. The greatest darkness hides the greatest light in this case. Beautiful, isn't it? But I've said this before. This is, and like I'm saying, this is a message that's coming through very strong. I just love the way that it's expressed here as well. All right. So it's important, right? Be careful. Brainwashing. All right. People trying to keep us from who we truly are, that truth, by that overlay of illusion, keeps us from our hidden treasures within, right? So we have to, what's going on with outside of us, not let it seep in and affect and make us into this inner conflict, this war, this struggle within us. And it's not saying, and it's not being ignorant of the fact. It's saying this, I have no part of this. This is not my reality. All right, it's not my reality. It's not what's within me. Any war that's happening within me, I'm going to address it immediately and not let it go on and on and on and on and not be blind to it. Back to the book. There is a great deal of energy of revenge. Energy of revenge is one of the lowest forms of human interaction. There are few emotions lower than that of revenge. We ask that all of you in your hearts to clear the energy of revenge that you hold. And the we, again, this is being channeled from her higher vibrational guide, Mark. And Mark is saying, when he says we, is you have to know that we have these very high, I like to call them the alien council of light, of our elders, all right, the light elders. So, because they really don't have a gender, they're just beings of light, but they're people that we go to for counsel, all right. And I want to say a brotherhood. I've heard people call it the brotherhood of light. Well, that's identifying it via a sex. All right. So it's a universal oneness. I prefer that. All right. Because we do have the elders in place to help us and to guide us. So that's who the we are. All right. Again, we ask all of you in your hearts to clear the energy of revenge that you hold. Each of you holds some. We do. Create a place of neutrality, balance, where the seeds of abundance and hope can once again flourish. Look within yourself for jealousy and revenge. They are related, jealousy and revenge. Love those emotions until they can be transformed. Don't ignore these emotions. They're not to be ignored. We were given these emotions to experience as warnings, as tools. All right, so love them until they are transformed, until they're healed. These are times of great opportunity. The worn out tools of the past are not the tools of humanity's salvation. I'll repeat that again. Very powerful. Listen, feel. The worn out tools of the past are not the tools of humanity's salvation. Humanity cannot be solved by religion and doctrine that is based on any exclusion, on any aspects of separation whatsoever. Isn't that beautiful? Did you feel that? And that's the end of that blog, but did you feel that in your heart? Isn't that beautiful? Did that vibrate within you? When you hear something, the truth, it really vibrates very strongly within you. Whatever symbol you need for balance, I ask that you embrace it and utilize it, visualize it more and more every day. Have it around you. Have pictures of it. Put it as a screensaver on your cell phone, your smartphone, whatever. Statues of it. All to help you. Whatever your symbol of balance is, because it's different for everybody. All right? It really is. So I love the Tree of Life. But another one that I really love because it shows what we call light and darkness is yin and yang. It's another one of my favorite. Yin and yang. You've heard me talk about it. Anyone that is familiar with my show, you know that this is one of my favorite symbols. All right, besides the Tree of Life. So I just want to, this came to me too. So I'm just going to, they're talking. I'm going to just get this out. There's so much separation. And we have people who say that they are experts in the light only. There's experts in darkness and demonology, and know that all that is human and man-made. That's fine. That's fine. The thing is that when you're working in the dark, and here's a lot of like voodoo, and some people say like some witchcraft, or these dark witches, all right, only work in the dark. All right, where are they working? Are they way down here in the dark? Are they even recognizing that the light is part of that darkness? Or are they ignoring it or avoiding it? All right, that's the danger. That's the separation. Same aspect, light workers who ignore that darkness is part of the whole, as darkness don't hold the unity. It's the same thing. It's off balance, one or the other. All right, those that work in the dark to harm someone You've got, the intention is off. People that they called like white witches, they have to know, and healers, the healers have to know all the aspects of that darkness and that lightness and how it all comes together, and you need it all. It's for balance, all right? You need, and they use it for good, all right? Because in the healing process, if something is so light, you have to apply just a little bit of dark to get it balanced, right? All right? Doesn't mean that the intention is to harm. It's just you have to guide them here to access this little part of darkness, which is not bad because it's going to create balance, and vice versa. We have kind of forgotten that. And this isn't, when I made the comment in the labels of, demonologists, witches, voodoo, all of this. Anybody who works in the dark for greed, for evil intentions, for separation, all right, they're the ones that are going to have to, pay their karmic debt very quickly. So I also want you to know that, I'm sorry, I was reading a comment. There is a lot of balancing going on already. All right. And the earth plane, Mother Earth, she's a living being. And she is healing with or without our help. And this balance is all part of what may be even natural disasters, to try to keep the balance. We need to be more respectful. All right. There's a, hold on just one moment. I'm sorry, I'm being overwhelmed with this high energy right now. Woo! Okay. All right. Chat. Yes, there's. I have Tibetan wind chimes in my window, and we have this beautiful breeze, so you may hear that too. Some chimes. Oh. Anyway. So, okay, sorry. Get back to where it was. Or where we were. Let me, okay. So, balance, the oneness, there's so many different words that we use to try to create this sense of balance. And the only way is by going within, right? If we're so outside of us, if we're so outside of ourselves, the only way to create that balance is the within. It's needed. We have to do this. And thank you. The karmic debt, so to speak, it's coming with this. It's already happening. The next year or two, there's going to be a lot more people leaving this earth plane. We've already have some. Let's look in the celebrity field. 2 celebrities that crossed over days away from each other, and there's more coming. And it's not just celebrities; it's people who were tired, who were done. But their crossing over helps create a balance. Whether if it resonates with you and helps you with your inner work, whether it upsets you, it really makes you go inside and do some self-examination, doesn't it? It's helping with your healing process. Now, there are so many words for being an open conduit for messages, for channeling, for receiving. And it's messages for you, messages for everyone, for all. And all these different words, come on, we know them, right? Intuitive, psychic, medium, seer, empath, channel, and oracle. For me personally, seer and oracle vibrate very deeply within me, for these are ancient, powerful words or titles of reference. This is the time now to be your own oracle, your own divine conduit. Sit and let yourself ask the questions you need answered. Let the questions and the answers suggest themselves to you. The beauty of being an oracle, a divine channel, is that you don't need your answers in advance. You really don't. You carry the answer with you at the moment you need it. Great example. The material for this show. I don't need it in advance. I don't need to know as soon as this show's over what I'm going to talk about next week. Even the day before. I know that the morning of the show, the answers, the guidance, the topic is going to be there. Right? And we all do this. And I want you to see how this relates to you as well. We all have that deep knowing within us. The foundation of being a divine channel or an oracle is joy and gratitude. You've heard me say that before, right? Joy, gratitude. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. When we live in this vibrational frequency, the questions are clear and we get better answers. The answers are clear and they're much, much better answers than ever before. The questions are born of joy. Questions that come from a joyful vibration. Do you get that? Not just ask questions when you're upset. Ask questions from a joyful state. And the answers come from gratitude. Gratitude. Joy and gratitude. This harmonious dance of questions and answers, joy and gratitude, bring you to the vibration of clarity, of balance and oneness. This gateway is open and is available, and it's more and more open. Open. Opening more and more than you realize. Yes, in chat. Yeah, more words, right? Soothsayer, priestess. Oh yes, thank you. These are all very, very good. Other titles of reference, right? Of healers. So the gateway is open. Now, receive your gifts of your oracle. The gateway, right here, Sacred Heart Centers, where that gateway is, it's open for you. All you have to do is go there and receive it. This beautiful state of being, balance and oneness, is our divine power. Do you understand that? That is our divine power. You may think, that's it? What do you mean that's it? We all know how hard it is to achieve this balance. It's not so just, easily said and that's it. But it's also not so hard to attain and to reach either. We just have to apply ourselves. We have to apply ourselves to get past all of the programming that society and humanity has provided for us the last several thousands of years. It's first deprogram. All right. And then within is who we truly divinely are. All right. So let me read something in just chat just a moment. Let me just whoo. So yeah. We have a comedian in chat. But yes, we all have been going through a lot of these elements, haven't we? And like I said, even the extremes. But it's us going, it's helping. It's helping us. It's all part of that healing process. Again, be gentle with yourself. And we want to get to the higher vibration because all of this overlay of warring and negativity and fear and blah blah blah, all the fears, little friends, does not exist in the upper vibrations. It can't get there. It stays in the lower vibrations, and it's going to, already, it's imploding on itself. It's starting to karmically work itself out. Okay? Yes, there's going to be those that are higher vibration that may feel are sacrificed to keep the balance. They have to. They have to. All right? And that's okay. That's part of their mission. We have to understand the whole balancing act, so to speak. All right. I know it is powerful. So the person, yeah, woo! I'm burning alive here. Powerful vibes. There's some very powerful energies coming through. So thank you. I know this is how I feel when I work with my my alien guide Andrew. So I know that it's really, really coming through. And then even reading Mark's words too. I think Mark and Andrew are chit-chatting, having a conversation with each other, and then feeding it to me too. Know that everyone's guides, especially like the Ascended Masters and these alien guides, they're available for everyone. It's not just, hey, specifically you. You can talk to any, communicate with any of these Ascended Masters, so to speak, or even, I don't even know what you call them, those that haven't lived on this earth plane other than just alien. Alien elders, right? But yes, I brought it up too. Beautiful, beautiful energies. But it is very, very powerful, and it's very important that we're stepping into our divine power. So again, as I was saying, thank you. My guide's trying to keep me on track because I can just so easily just, woo! So, the lower vibrational energy stays in the low vibration. It can't get to the higher vibration. Only the higher vibrational beings exist and stay in the higher dimensions, the higher vibrations. It's the same thing as, or let me just give you a little example, like in Atlantis, more and more history is coming out for the Atlanteans that remember their past lives. But there was these huge stones, huge crystals. My memory of them, okay, is like there was an archway, and whether it was round or whether it was, and notice how this arch repeats in every culture, whether it's round, whether it's the Chinese with the slope up, right? But there was an arch of crystal. My memory of it is like it's quartz crystal with some amethyst in it. It's like a beautiful mixture. There might be something else in it too. All right, huge. All right, to get into this temple, this one temple, you could not go through if your vibration was not high. All right, did it judge you? Oh no. It reflected back to you what's going on with you. You couldn't get through. That's your own fault. And this is where political correctness is hurting us today. Absolutely hurting us. People are not taking ownership of their own physical being, which means they're not doing that spiritually either. All right? So it just makes its observation of, oh, I got some more work to do. Okay, well, I'll go do some more work and come back and try to enter it again later. All right? Taking ownership. Those that place the blame on others and want to stay in that low vibration, that's their choice. That's their choice. All right? Best way to help humanity is to save ourselves. And that's not selfish. As we help ourselves, we're helping others. Starts with you first. Taking ownership, taking care of the thing, what you need to do, what you need to be here. And then as within, so without. And we all link up, boom, 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 boom. Guess what? We all pulled each other and helped each other up into this much higher vibrational. It's like, as I said earlier, because I see more people are tuning in, that yes, the earth plane is on the 5th dimension and still climbing. Many of us are working towards the 9th. So it's working towards. I didn't say we were there yet, but we are even higher than the 5th dimension. And it's going to excel. It's going to feel really fast. Some people are going to feel like if you're staying in this lower vibration and you are over analyzing everything that's going on, the conflict in the world going today, you're going to be sucked down into that. Is that what you want? No. Know that it's all part of the plan. It's all part of how things are supposed to work out. It's all part of keeping the balance. All right, when you're looking at the scales, you got to look at both sides to the story. No, there's devastating news out there. Somebody was killed, somebody was shot, blah, 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 blah. Do we know the whole story? If you don't know the whole story, do not give it energy. It's a distraction. I'm not saying that you can't care about your community, but unless the news that has taken place is your actual within 50 miles community, how do we help? We help by taking care of ourselves. We help by going within, raising our vibration, and sending that vibration out in all directions to each and every place, each and every other community. All right? I've seen people fight over something that they probably, an event, a situation that is crazy. Neither one of them have all the information, but each one is trying to represent a side of the story. But do you have the whole story? And don't you know that this is all part of separation? There are those low vibrational people on every social network who purposely try to start arguments. Do you know that? Purposely try to throw off balance. Go in there and stir the pot, get people arguing and leave. They succeeded. They have succeeded in separation. Okay? This is how. Separate everybody. Well, how do you create that oneness? Go within. Work on that within to help the without, the oneness. We all are connected. All right? So, anyway, whew, I know. I'm burning up here. Oh, wow. I think I've just thrown everybody off. That's a cute link. My name changed. I don't care. It helps my twin. It's great. We have somebody in chat that posts links during the shows. It's beautiful, like to our websites and everything. And there's another Tiffany and she's like, it's at work. And they posted my twins' links. Hey, I don't care. She just had a baby. Tiffany Powers just had a baby. Baby boy. All right, anyway, real quick. Speaking of ninja mode, balance. This just came to me too. Must be the spirit of Bruce Lee. Woo! Since we started a little late, I'm going to finish with this. As this just come to me. I've stopped asking. You just got to go with it, right? When it comes to you, you just got to trust and go with it no matter how off the wall it may seem. So here it goes. Do you know, speaking about balance, and I asked you to visualize whatever symbol resonates with you with balance. There was, when I first started the meditation process and really trying to, I would repeat the word balance, 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 right? I kept seeing an X, a red X. And I couldn't understand why I was seeing this red X. Does it mean no? No. Am I doing something wrong? I couldn't understand why I kept seeing this red X. So I asked my guides, why am I seeing this red X? You have to listen for the answer, right? So then it just so happens, because I've always loved martial arts. I love it, and it's not the fighting aspect, it's the energy exchange. It's the reading of energy. It's that type of concentration. All right, that's always fascinated me. And Bruce Lee was a wonderful energy worker. You have to know that. So the guides came to me with the message, and they used Bruce Lee as an example, and I'm like, yeah. But that in martial arts, and I was hesitant to even share this with you, but the guides said we all can disable somebody, and we do this whether we're consciously aware of it. Anyway, in martial arts, how they see the energy of a balanced person is this X. To disbalance or make your opponent unbalanced, you take one mark away. You take the X. Then you got a slash. They energetically throw you off balance that way by taking it away. Boom. The other person, even if it's momentarily, is off balance. They use that hesitation to move in. So, very interesting, right? One hash this way, one that way is off balance. X balance. Now, and they also, though, go back and fix it. Let me just tell you that. They don't purposely, at least the ancient masters, the ancient people who actually utilized the martial arts would go back and make sure that they made the person balanced again. Put it back energetically. They fixed it. You don't leave something like that. You don't leave something purposely off balance, otherwise you're just setting up a whole new karmic experience for you. All right? And so again, you can see why I was kind of hesitant to share that with you. But like the guides are right. We all do some sort of disarming, some sort of unbalance on purpose sometimes. Even if you just shoot somebody a little ball of energy. Bam! To like smack them upside the head. Or to, give them a little jolt. We all are guilty of it. Just make sure you fix it. It's the same thing like when you are one with nature. You ask, please don't rain today. It's a special day. I need to be outside. Hey, that's great. When you're done, you need to release it. You need to go back and, okay, great, thank you. Now you can rain. You can, go ahead. Give gratitude and make sure it's back balanced again. Don't ever walk away and leave it like that. It's the same thing people know when you open a circle. Okay? When you open a circle, and then for like healing work, if you go in the opposite direction, and that's what I mean by opening a circle by going counterclockwise. You have to close that circle after the healing is done. And that's the only reason why you open it that way, is to go in and for healing. You have to reverse it and go back counterclockwise and close it. Same thing in energy work. Like in attunements, you open a chakra to give an attunement or to maybe even to do work. You have to close that chakra back, shrink it back down to the size. So balance. You see how it all just seems to be the same thing repeating. Balance, oneness, right? So, anyway, thank you all so much for taking time out of your day and to watch this show, and just sitting in circle with me, and we're sharing the energies because it's very, very highly charged today. And this show, I'm sure you'll feel it even in the replay. Doesn't matter, it's being captured. Captured for everyone to receive a healing maybe during this as well. I know I feel like I just received healing. So my pup agrees, validates. Anyway, thank you all so much again for taking time and spending this the sacred hour, the sacred time together. I'm very grateful. I really am. So be sure to check out my website, whitesagewoman.com, if you have any ideas, suggestions, any questions, maybe ideas, suggestions for future show topics. I'll take it to the guides. If you have any questions, please contact me through my website. The best way really is to email me. That's the best way to contact me. And I will get back with you, usually within 12 to 24 hours, depending on how busy, the schedule is. But I do like to get back as soon as possible, though. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a very blessed day, a very blessed week. And remember that you are divine love and light. And work on that divine ownership and empowerment. Don't let anyone ever take that away from you, and don't you give it away willingly either. All right? Many blessings. Namaste.